Joining me now, host of Mansion Global right here on Fox Business, Katrina Campins. Katrina, it's great to see you. You know, Tom and Gisele, they've got this multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio. Miami home, $17 million on an exclusive island. Massachusetts, almost 10,000 square feet. It's a mansion with 5 bedrooms, 7 baths, and a cobblestone motor court that can fit 20 cars. California, almost 14,000 square feet, a chateau, New York. They've got this modest pied-à-terre in Tribeca that, believe me, costs a pretty penny. Costa Rica, a hilltop beach resort, retreat. Can we talk about some of these properties and how you speculate they might be getting divided?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, you know, my heart goes out to them because they have obviously young children. So I'm very sensitive to the topic. I've represented over 400 athletes, celebrities, entertainers in real estate transactions. And it's a whole nother world when you're dealing with these celebrities because there's the confidentiality, there's the move, there's the logistics of everything, and there's a lot of money involved. They've actually are great flippers when it comes to real estate. So they actually flipped that property in Boston and made a profit, the one in California as well. What they currently have right now, their biggest asset is actually on Indian Creek, which is considered to be the billionaire's bunker. So there's only 34 properties and it's about 300 acres. Ivanka lives there. Adriana Lima used to have a house there. So it's really well known around. And it's actually one of the only private islands. So you really need to be able to be invited in order to have access, which is another preconceived notion that people have when they're coming to Miami is, oh, it's an island. Some of these islands have public roads.
Right.
So I think they're actually going to make a profit because they paid $17 million for the land. There was a house there and they knocked it down, and then the construction cost is $10 million. But the property is worth so much more. So I think that's actually going to be a huge asset, and I would think that they would split those proceeds once that's done. They also have, as you mentioned, a condo in Tribeca, and they have a place in Montana with Yellowstone membership, which, you know, is in very high demand now as well because it's also very exclusive.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, obviously, you know, they were together 13 years and she gave him an ultimatum. She wanted to be, you know, have him home with the kids a little bit more. And I totally understand that. These are two human beings that are so blessed in their own right to have the fortunes that they have and to have been able to come together. It's sad to see them split. I wish they could have just held on for this last year that was going to make his heart happy.
Well, I think a lot of people, you know, looked at them as like the perfect couple. So our hearts are shattered in that manner. But I also, having dealt with a lot of athletes, I dealt with this situation a lot where the wife had to deal with relocating the kids. And I saw the stress that the family endured as a result of that. So, you know, at the end of the day, they're human.
Right.
And I think that, you know, it comes down to the fact that home is the most sacred place. And she obviously wants him there. It's never easy. And there's a lot involved. And it must be very difficult because the spotlight's on them and everybody's talking about it. So
that's a great point.
You know, my condolences to them.
Yeah, no, it's a really great point that you really don't know what someone is going through till you've walked a mile in their shoes. And I'm sad to see them split as well. Katrina, great to see you tonight. Have a wonderful weekend.